Welcome to Learn PTE HUB. I'm Sidhu, and I'm here to help you ace your PTE exam. Whether you are just starting your PTE journey or looking to boost your score, you've come to the right place. On this channel, you'll find comprehensive lessons, expert tips, and practical strategies to master every section of the PTE exam. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let's get started and conquer the PTE together.
The last salmon fillet you had probably never swam freely in the sea. Chances are it was born and raised in a net pen on a fish farm in northern Europe, Chile, or Canada. Aquaculture, raising marine species in environments controlled by humans, brings in a lot of cash, especially for popular delicacies like salmon. And since the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization predicts that by the year 2040, there will be no more fish in the oceans, aquaculture may be the wave of the future. But environmentalists argue that aquaculture is a major source of pollution. Farmed salmon are raised in small net pens in the ocean to control diseases and parasites. Producers use antibiotics and chemicals which pollute ocean waters. The salmon farming industry is working hard to develop environmentally friendly technologies, such as closed containment systems that would separate the ocean's ecosystem from the polluted waters of salmon farms.
After World War II, European countries increased their efforts to live peacefully together on their small continent. To improve business and trade, 6 countries, Germany, France, Belgium, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, came together in 1958 to create a common economy and currency. These countries agreed not to use trade barriers like tariffs, embargoes, or quotas with each other. This led to a more prosperous economy in these countries. As the years went on, more European countries joined this group called the European Union, or EU for short. There are currently 21 countries in the EU after the United Kingdom left. And there are other countries like Turkey that hope to join the EU. The EU worked to help create jobs in poor parts of Europe and pass laws to protect the environment. The group or union focused on the idea that all goods, services, people, and money should be able to move freely through the EU countries. Europeans no longer had to carry their passports when traveling between the EU countries. They could instead travel from country to country, much like the people in the United States travel from state to state.
Black holes are among the most fascinating objects in our universe, and also the most mysterious. A black hole is a region in space where the force of gravity is so strong, not even light, the fastest known entity in our universe, can escape. The boundary of a black hole is called the event horizon, a point of no return, beyond which we truly cannot see. Once something crosses the event horizon, it collapses into the black hole's singularity, an infinitely small, infinitely dense point where space, time, and the laws of physics no longer apply. Scientists have theorized several different types of black holes, with stellar and supermassive black holes being the most common. Stellar black holes form when massive stars die and collapse. They're roughly 10 to 20 times the mass of our sun and scattered throughout the universe. There could be millions of these stellar black holes in the Milky Way alone. Supermassive black holes are giants by comparison, measuring millions, even billions of times more massive than our sun. Scientists can only guess how they form, but we do know they exist at the center of just about every large galaxy, including our own.
A bird strike is an event that involves a collision between a bird and a man-made vehicle, typically an aircraft, while it is in operation. The term bird strike is often expanded to cover other wildlife strikes, such as those involving bats. In theory, bird strikes can occur during any phase of flight, but they are most likely to occur during the takeoff, initial ascent, approach, and landing phases of the flight. It's relatively uncommon for bird collisions to occur when an airplane is cruising at high altitudes, as birds usually fly at lower levels. Furthermore, more than half of such incidents occur during daylight hours, as birds typically fly during the day. Bird strikes are not as uncommon as one might think. More than 194,000 cases of wildlife strikes were reported from 1990 to 2017 within the U.S. alone. From 1988 to 2017, a total of 263 civilian aircraft were either destroyed or damaged beyond repair due to wildlife strikes around the world. The nature of aircraft damage from bird strikes depends on the size of the airplane in question. Smaller airplanes most likely experience structural damage, such as the penetration of flight deck windscreens or damage to control surfaces. In some cases, especially with choppers and fixed-wing aircraft, windscreen penetration may potentially injure pilots or other people on board, which may lead to a loss of control of the aircraft, which could have disastrous consequences. On the other hand, a large aircraft powered by jet engines usually experience engine malfunction or, in the very worst case, complete engine failure when birds fly into them.
There are 118 species of weaver birds, and most live in sub-Saharan Africa. While some species live on the open savanna and eat mostly seeds, others live in forests and prefer feasting on insects. Researchers looked at studies done on different species of weaver birds to examine the relationships between their diets, habits, and social behavior. They found that seed-eating birds living in the open savanna tended to forage in groups, nest in large colonies, and have multiple mates per breeding season. The insect-eating, forest-dwelling birds, on the other hand, were more likely to forage and nest alone and have a single mate per season. These divergent social behaviors are likely influenced by their different diets and habitats. Working together makes it easier for birds that eat seeds out on the savanna to find spots with a large supply of seeds. There's also safety in numbers out on the open savanna, further incentivizing flocking. Their polygamous breeding may be a result of the smaller number of nesting sites in the savanna. By contrast, working together to find food wouldn't help forest-dwelling, insect-eating weaver birds as much, since insects tend to be more widely dispersed. There are a lot more suitable nesting sites in the forest, so these birds don't need to live in colonies, and monogamy makes sense for birds with more solitary lives. It seems that birds that eat bugs don't like to be bugged.
If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more PTE-related content. Don't forget to leave a comment below letting me know what you think, or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. I will meet you soon at our next video.